Good morning, Elle Ingalls here. Wow, where do I even start? I am in a pretty spectacular place right now. I'm near the top of a mountain in New Hampshire. I've been here for how many days? 3 nights, 3 days and a few hours. And I've been on a retreat in a place that I just couldn't even imagine how beautiful this is. So I am a native of New Hampshire. For those of you unfamiliar with the state, our motto is live free or die. And I grew up in Concord, New Hampshire, which is the capital. We had a summer home on Lake Winnipesaukee. So, Concord has hills, not mountains, but hills. And the Lakes region has some mountains around it, but it's very hilly. But to come here to the mountains has been really indescribable. I'm going to try to describe it, but so there's no sound outside. I can't do this recording outside because I would disrupt perfect peace and quiet. The only sounds when I go out this slider are the sounds of falling leaves and an occasional squirrel or chipmunk scurrying in the leaves. That is it. It is completely silent. So I guess in a way I've been on a silent retreat because even in this house, I can hear the fridge, but it's so quiet. And my condo, where I usually broadcast from in Grand Rapids, is very quiet too. I like the quiet, but this quiet has been like something I've never really, I couldn't have imagined it would be like this. The air is so clean, the water is so clean. I'm doing two things. I'm getting back to my roots of New Hampshire, and I'm also on retreat. And one of the things I encourage my clients to do is to go on a retreat, a private retreat, like take yourself, nobody else, even if it's for half a day, and you go to a lake where there's no houses on the other side, or a state park or a county park, someplace inspirational. I usually go to Lake Michigan and I just sit up on the dunes where it's infinity in front of me to process and to think and to visualize what I want to have happen in my life. And if you're interested, I have a video that's a part of my course that tells you how you can take yourself on a retreat and get the most out of it. I'm going to give you a couple of my secrets here, though. One of my secrets, and someone's loving me. Thank you for the love. It's really strange when you talk on this and you don't really know who's watching on the other side. And maybe you're watching this on the replay on another channel like Instagram or LinkedIn. So a couple things I do. One is I make sure that I can't see a clock. Whoever put this place in order, there are no clocks anywhere. Everything is everything. There's no clock. I don't know what time it is unless I actually look at my phone or my computer. And that is such a blessing to not know what time it is. So I just get up when I wake up. This morning I woke up about 5. I go to sleep when I want to go to sleep. I eat when I'm hungry. You get attuned to your natural rhythm, the natural you. And that to me is a really critical part when I take myself on retreat, is that I just get into a natural rhythm for myself instead of the ting, ting, ting of the seconds going by. I do a lot of coaching about time with my clients because time tends to be a real stressor. So that's one thing that I encourage you to remove when you go on your retreat. Another thing that I do is I bring really healthy food. Like if you drink alcohol, then like don't have any alcohol. If you just clean it up a little bit. And take your time when you're eating so that you're really in communion with your food, with how you nourish yourself. So you can really think about it instead of being in a rush. I always bring a project, like something I really want to work on. Many times it's just my planning for the next year. I did some of that here, planning for 2023. There's going to be some really cool things coming. So stay tuned because you may want to be a part of them. I'm not going to share them here because they're still being fleshed out, but I just want to touch more people with pressure free. And I've come up with some really great ideas with the help of some coaches to do exactly that. So stay tuned for that. So I always bring a project. Today, this particular trip, I brought too many projects. I pretty much worked the entire time just from a beautiful setting. This is a little backdrop. Again, the mountains going up from here just a little bit. I'm almost at the crest of this mountain. And I'll take you outside, but I'm not going to talk because I want you to just see. And it's a fog has rolled in. I forgot how thick those fogs are in New Hampshire. But when I come out here, so that's all fog. Down there is the whole valley down below me. Can't really see the mountains, but there's mountains on the other side there. And it's lots of evergreens. There's a beautiful spruce there. Another beautiful spruce over on this side of the house. This house sleeps 11, and there's only me here. And that's the other key tip I want to give you, is to choose a space that's very inspirational. Even if you're just doing the half day and you're on a, overlooking a lake at a park, choose a place that's really inspirational so that you can kind of get out of some of your boxes. Get out of some of your fears, some of those things that are holding you back, and just really step into discovering you. By the way, if you haven't signed in for my leadership series yet, there's so much good stuff in there. I interviewed 20 people and included a training of my own, but 20 people from around the world who have some really, really great advice about stepping into your true leadership. And one of the fellows, Enrique Acosta Gonzalez, I think I had a lot of people in there. Enrique, he talked about the importance of leaders finding themselves, because sometimes we get lost. We get lost in all the activities of what we're doing. So a retreat can be a way that you just get back to your heart, get back to you. And there's a difference too. In fact, in my pressure-free planner, one of my clients recently shared about this, the difference that I share about being alone and loneliness. So there's a qualitative difference there. And in retreat, if you're by yourself, you get to kind of taste that. You get to taste, loneliness versus being alone. And I think that's another really important part of being in retreat. So I've kind of gone on and on a little bit here, but I hope this is helpful. I hope that you consider, if you've never taken yourself on a solo retreat, a lot of my clients never have. They've never just gone off, even for an afternoon, to be in that kind of space, headspace. And it's really, really valuable. It really is. And I don't want to leave here. I don't want to leave New Hampshire. I think I'm going to have to take a longer retreat. I'm working on some books right now and some screenplays, and so I think I might have to take myself on a creative retreat here, where I'm just in that really beautiful space, and the thoughts can flow. I did create what's called a beat sheet for a screenplay. I completed that. Some of my other stuff I did not complete when I was here. So obviously this place was feeding my creativity a bit, which is exciting, really exciting for me. But I have so much work to do. I'm so behind. Do you ever have that feeling? And I'm not going to stress about it. I'm going to stay pressure-free about it and know that all will happen in due time. I don't need to be in a rush. I'm creating a masterpiece here with Pressure-Free Living, a masterpiece that will live beyond my time. And so it's okay if I'm taking more time on some of the things that I'm working on. I'm going to be okay with that. And I hope you're okay with that too. There's plenty for me to already give you. And there's just so much more to come. So I wish you a beautiful pressure-free day. Look on your calendar and find a time when you can take yourself on a little private retreat. And if you want some help, and if you want that video that's, it's not listed on my YouTube, it's a private video that I share only with my clients. So if you would like to have it, I would be happy. Just private message me here on whatever channel you're watching, and I would be happy to share that with you. Meanwhile, take a look at that leadership series. It's down on my feed here. You'll find it. And if you need my help, or if someone you love needs my help, please reach out. Don't waste another day. You deserve to have a pressure-free life. You deserve to have a beautiful, fulfilling life. And I care about you. If you're on any of my channels, then you know how much I care about you and want you to have a beautiful life. So have a great pressure-free one. Bye.